What's up, agents? Josh Marriott here, and let's talk about the best apps out there that you want for your open house that you can put on your iPad or Android tablet to obtain consumer information. So I've downloaded an Android emulator on my computer so that I can literally download the actual tablet apps and show you what they look like. So we'll start with the most popular option out there. OpenHome Pro has a free and a paid version. So let's look at the free version so we can compare apples to apples, because everything I'm showing you is free. So number one, we have listings. You're going to need to add a listing as your open house. So we'll type in 900 Fannin. I'm going to do the same listing on every one of these so we can, again, compare properly. So here we've pulled it. It has not pulled any data. We're going to have to upload our own photo, input information about the property. You know me, I don't like spending additional time. So this is a number one nix against this program. But once you've done that, not too much work, you're going to click Begin Open House. If you've uploaded a photo, this won't be wood floors, it'll be a photo of the property, and obviously this information down here will be information about the property. So when the consumer comes in, they simply touch the iPad, input their information, and phone number, and then it asks this question: are you working with an agent? I don't like this question. And short story reason why, I had an agent that I was coaching, and he had an open house, and I actually just stopped by the open house to check on him. I was like, hey, how's it going? He's like, it sucks. Everyone's got agents. I was like, really? He's like, yeah, look, everyone said they had an agent. So I was like, what about this couple over here? Do they have an agent? He's like, yeah, it says they have an agent. So I went and talked to them. Long story short, they did not have an agent. In fact, they ended up working out with my mentee, and he ended up closing 3 deals with them. They bought a home, they sold that home later, they bought another home. So don't ask if they have an agent, because they're going to say that they do, when in reality you should be calling them to find out if they have an agent, because that's when they'll tell you if they actually have an agent. They're going to tell you. If you call and start, send them information, they'll be like, we have an agent, stop. So I don't like that question. And it doesn't look like you can remove that question as an option. Are you pre-approved for a loan? I also don't like this question, because sometimes people aren't in there shopping to buy. Sometimes they're in there shopping for an agent to help them sell. And they might not be even interested in a loan, or they might be cash buyers. So, I'm not a big fan of that question. And then where you heard about the open house, I actually like this question. I like to know the source. So maybe they found it online. So that's this app. It does the job. It will accomplish what you're trying to do with it. So let's end the open house and see what happened. So if you go to our leads, there's that lead that I just created. And you can export these leads. You need to set up an email account. But when you export them, then you can just dump them into the CRM of your choice, saving yourself some time. So I do like that aspect about it. So OpenHome Pro, it's a viable option. It's in my top 3. It's not my number 1. So up next, we have CurbHero. So CurbHero is unique. Again, this one is completely free. There's no paid option. It's just free. It has a few different uniquenesses about it. Number 1 is you can pair a lender. So sometimes, you're hosting open house. Maybe there's a lender that's hosting it with you. They're sharing market expenses. They want to also collect lead data. So by pairing with a lender, whenever someone signs in, both you and the lender get that lead per se. So let's go ahead and create a listing and see how that looks. So again, let's look for 900 Fannin in Lantana. It is. So it has pulled the map, which is cool. It doesn't pull a property photo or anything. And there's a few options here. You have different layout options. You can do it up and down. You can do it sideways. I like that. It gives you some flexibility. And then microsite. This is something the other one didn't have. You can create a website for your open house, for your listing, with some more information about it, description, a virtual tour. I'm going to publish a microsite with nothing on it, and I'll show you why in a second. So if you publish a microsite with nothing on it, CurbHero creates a QR code. So whenever you have your open house sign in and you launch the open house, now there's a QR code in the bottom left hand here that someone could actually scan to literally sign in touchless. This is the first one where they don't actually have to touch your iPad, and some people don't like touching other stuff. So maybe they want to scan it instead and sign in on their own device. So that's the first of its kind in that regard. Now if you've uploaded a photo, it would show here. It wouldn't just be blank white space. It has pulled my brokerage data automatically, which is really cool. Let's sign in and see what questions it asks. So it just wants your name, your phone number, and your email, which is pretty cool, and that's it. And then asks if you want to be connected to your mortgage professional. Now you notice it pulled this Wendy Thompson team. I don't know who that is. I'm assuming that she is paying to market herself on this CurbHero app to pull agents that don't have lender relationships. And it is what it is. That's cool. So name your phone number. You can add additional questions like, are you working with an agent? You can create your own question. Really cool. So all that I really like. And then here's your leads. The only thing I don't like about it is the lead section. Now, if you have a huge open house like the one my mentee Daria had last weekend, she followed my video on how to do open houses. If you haven't watched that, you should totally check that out. I'll link it down in the description down below. She had 200 people come in the door. Not exaggerating. Literally, she wrote multiple offers that same day. But if you had 200 leads on this, you would want to be able to export them. And you can't export them. I can't see a way to export them. This looks like maybe some kind of export. I'm curious as to what this button would do in the event. So this is no app is available. I'm using an Android emulator, so I'm not sure how this would look on an actual phone. Are you able to actually export this and then in the future upload it to your CRM? Because that's almost a necessity. If you had to manually input all these leads into your CRM, you would go insane. So that's the one downfall I see with this particular program. Now, if someone uses this and finds a way to export it, let me know in the comments down below. I want to be able to share valuable data, and if that is true, that makes this app way better. And then let's look at the last one. The last one is Core Open House. I will say that Core Open House does require you to have a KV Core account. If you're not using KV Core as your CRM, like I am, you might look into it. If you're using a different CRM, see if they have a different open house sign-in form. But I'm going to show you the KV Core one because it's freaking phenomenal. And if you are interested in maybe switching brokerages, let me know, because we offer KV Core for free at EXP. That's a whole nother conversation. So let's look at 900 Fannin to see what that looks like. So it doesn't automatically pull anything up. What's kind of cool is you just search for it and it finds it. It actually found the MLS. It found the price. It found pictures. I did not upload those pictures. This was automatic. So here you have the questions displayed: name, email, phone number. You can make phone number required, not required. You can ask if they're working with an agent or not. And then you want to find out where they found out about the open house. That's cool. You can do that. Oh, I put the wrong button there, didn't I? So that's it. You click down here, you hit next. Choose an image if you want a different one. And then you can add information about the property here that it pulls from the MLS. And then preview and launch, create a little pin, and launch. Now this is what that created. So we have a picture, we have your information, we have more information about the property. It's beautiful. One sign-in form, which I like. So with the OpenHome Pro app, there was 5 pages they had to get through. So they're going to input their name, hit enter, input their phone number, enter, input their email, hit enter. People don't like doing that. By the time they get to the 3rd or 4th one, there's a good chance they might just cancel it. Just X out and keep looking at the open house, and you won't gather their information at all. This is going to increase the chance that someone's just going to fill out the form because it's just one page. There's clearly not very many questions. You can see all the questions right up front. And then the best part is when someone fills this out, it automatically populates to your CRM KV Core. And you could have those contacts set up for automatic campaigns. So like immediately when someone signs into your open house, they can get a text message that says, thanks for signing in. Here's a link to the listing so you can get more information about the property. And then boom, that goes to your website. And it's just, it's just phenomenal what you can do with that. And then obviously you can set up automatic campaigns. And the fact that they're in your CRM to begin with, you don't have to worry about exporting them and uploading them, anything like that. It's just all said and done. Tons of time saved. So that one's my favorite. Let me know if you have any of your own favorite open house apps, or if you end up trying one of these, what your experience is. I'd love to know in the comments below. While you're down there, hit the like, hit the subscribe, notify, and let's sell some real estate. Let me know if you have any apps that you like using that I didn't mention, or what your experience is with the ones that I did mention in the comments down below. While you're down there, hit the like, hit the subscribe, notify, and let's sell some real estate.